Okay. Oh, wait. Wait, 1 second. Streamlabs always does this interesting thing now where I have to specifically tell it to pull from OBS. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, boys and girls. How are we all doing today? Not afternoon. There's no one. Nobody's afternoon is now. Well, I mean, if you would hurry up and move to Hawaii, then I could say good afternoon. But like you're selfish. Oh, hi Sheldon. How are you? It's been a while. Oh, what's going on here? Sorry, my computer is just running into a little bit of an issue today. Hurry up. Oh, where? Huh. Well, no matter, we can ignore that. So today we are actually going to continue our Friday broadcast, which I guess we have been doing. I just don't remember doing. I just don't remember doing them. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. Thanks for trying to catch me though, Sheldon. I'm usually on about this time. These days at least. Just something about what am I saying? East Coast time in the evening seems to work best for me these days. So yeah, about 9:30 Eastern time is when I tend to start. Anyway. What? I cannot tell other people when I start? Like you guys have enough advantages being in the Discord and being able to bother me 24/7. Let others have some fun too, won't you? Yeah, well, such is life, isn't it? No, you can't have everything. Especially you lot. You lot have too much already anyway. Anyway, so today we're going to fly over Japan while we talk about drinks. I hope today's drinks are a little bit more amusing than they have been in the past, because in the past they have been very boring. Yeah, because it's like you guys seem to be going for like the most cliche types of cocktails, and it's just not good. Oh, right, let's see. Let's set this to morning. Yeah. What is it like live? No, let's set it to morning. Nice. Today we're just gonna fly over. That's not it. We're just going to fly over. Okay, that's not it either. No, that's throttle. Throttle control. Y, B. We're going to fly over Tokyo and just see the sights. Not gonna have AI control either. Excellent, excellent. Come on up, come on up. Excellent. %70% throttle during climb. Track landing. Yeah, so we're gonna fly through Tokyo just because that's what was demanded, and of course since he's the man that pays for this all, I don't see why not, right? Retract the flaps, and then we're gonna trim up a little. Yeah, so the thing with trim is the higher we trim, technically the more fuel we waste, right? Like in an ideal situation, what would happen is we would yeah, I'm going to Mount Fuji, don't worry. I have no idea where I'm going. We're going west, yes, as we should. In an ideal situation with an airplane, you don't want any trip to stay in the air because that would imply that you are actually aerodynamically very efficient. Unfortunately, that doesn't usually happen because you can't really control for that kind of stuff. So we tend to go for stuff that's a little bit more controllable. Just out of curiosity, how is the stream quality? Everything good? Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Now that we're still too fast. So let's go down. 50 perhaps. There we go. Good. Thank you, Sheldon, my friend. I think it's broadcasting to YouTube. Can you? I don't know if you can confirm or not. It should be broadcasting at 720p. So as long as it doesn't look, the aircraft itself doesn't look like it's one giant pixel, it should be okay. Ish, you know. Yes. So let's talk drinks. Actually, before we get to the Discord, since I have you here, Sheldon, my friend, what are you of drinking age? Before I ask what you're drinking. Don't worry, I'll get to you a lot. Don't worry. It's not like you can't. Oh, okay. Well, perfect. Then, do you want to grab a drink with us? Because it's Friday, you know. I'd love to hear what you're drinking, or if you drink, of course. Okay, just because I'm asking someone else doesn't mean you guys can't start drinking. Friggin', you guys have made like a drinking game out of basically everything that I do, so why can't you just make one today? Okay, what? I mean, I'm actually a huge fan of water. There was a period in my life where the only things I drank was either whiskey or water, or usually whiskey and water. For whatever reason, I couldn't stand anything else. Oh, nice. That sounds fun, ish. Why did the company rent out a house? Is it just for you? Aren't you autopilot supposed to take care of this? Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Let's go a little bit lower. And we're approaching Greater Tokyo. Why is that area? Oh, that's the sea. Nice. So we are over Greater Tokyo. Now I'm going to lower the altitudes by lowering engine power and upping the trim. Ah. Okay. Are you a transportation company, or is it like for a specific project? But Ryan Coke is actually pretty good. Mostly because it's also like a whiskey blend. Well, like it's in the whiskey family, right? To reduce speed. Okay. I can reduce speed even more actually. Let's get it a little bit closer to the ground. So oh, that is so cool. I'll get to you guys in the Discord for just 1 second. Are you with an oil services company, Sheldon? Because like there are questions I would love to run by you. Seriously, because yeah, like, do you guys shush Discord? Shush. This is important. This is business. It's not an actual business, just personal curiosity. Because with OPEC doing its crazy crap these days, are you guys seeing projections going up for servicing things like shale wells? I mean, I should probably clarify by asking if you are doing shale, but since you say oil and gas fields, I assume there's going to be some shale business there, right? See, I told you it was a good question. I love the reclaimed areas of the Tokyo Harbor. By the way, it's all sorts of amazing. Yeah, look how dense this is. It's like, oh, Alberta. Oh, so you're more of the oil sands type. Like the like the gigantic open pits? No, it's not, right? Because it's wells, or do they need wells as well? Like the tar sands. Nice. Nice. Yeah, no wonder you guys need trucks. That is beautiful. Look at all those individual houses. Like you can really see the individuality on this bit. It's okay. We're gonna slow down just a tad. Oh, that's too much. And then the trim just a little. Oh, okay, no, that's too much. 30 should be okay. Okay, we'll start with drinks. Thanks for before we start with drinks though, thanks for answering my questions, Shell. Surf. And I guess for you guys, you're more dealing with the actual drilling of oil sands. That sounds drilling in sand sounds, or in oil sands at least, sounds extremely complex. Tokyo Sky Tree. My friend was just telling me about how she really wanted to go there. I don't understand why. It's just a radio tower. We can't be at zero. We're okay. Yeah, let's do a circuit over Tokyo Sky Tree. Isn't this beautiful though? Like, look at this radiant dawn. Fine, start. Tell me. What are you having today? Wait, who's going first? Oh, stalling. Some more power. There. A little bit more power, a little bit more power. There. There we go. Just gotta get out of that, like, stall. Let's go visit the National Diet Building. Trim up. There we go. Up. Steam assist. That sounds oddly like or almost a little, not not completely, but it sounds something like um what fracking would do, right? Like the shale, like using, I guess, high pressures to force out the oils. Ooh, I almost crashed into that building. Okay, you guys demanded to tell me about your drinks, but nobody has actually like volunteered. Our admin just told us that that none of you are actually. Oh no! I don't know. I guess I didn't have enough power, so I couldn't pull up properly or something. I guess I could have used my flaps actually. Okay. Yeah, I'll use my flaps next time. Yeah. Okay. So we're ready to start then. I'm gonna wait for my boy Sheldon's answer and then we can start. Okay. No pressure though on you, Sheldon. Let's see. Debrief on what happened. Yes. So I probably there wasn't enough power in the plane, and it was going too quickly horizontally, which should theoretically have translated to that horizontal speed should have translated to a vertical movement. But I think I got caught in a draft of some sort, either a draft or a low pressure zone as I was over the building. So that probably was what caused our crash. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a big difference. So when you say the steam injection, does that actually just mean like it loosens the rock formations or the sand enough to allow the oil to flow and to act as a lubricant? See, none of you know anything about oil, so you're not that useful. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So the actual way of extracting it would be to put a extractor at the well, you know what you know, right? So what you're saying is you're if they use the yes allow gravity to essentially pull the oil into the bottom and then you suck it out. 70% to retract. Oh, that's the wrong way to put the flaps. Oh wait, no, we're going west. There we go. That is cool. That is cool. So but that's not what you're working on. You said you were working on. You were still a valve service company, right? Yes. I thought landing gear was retracted. Oh, it is now. Excellent. Yeah, why don't you get into oil and gas so that we can all ask you questions in the future? Instead of like you lot asking me and then me having to research it all on my own. Just because I was an electrical engineer for a little bit doesn't mean that I know everything about all types of engineering. Anyway, while you guys are still deciding, I'll just share what I'm having. I'm having Sapporo, which is it's a city in Hokkaido in Japan, in the northernmost island, the big island. Um, Wellhead Valves Pipeline. Ah, okay. So Sheldon, correct me if I'm wrong, but essentially it sounds like you guys, or like the field is just littered with subcontractors and subcontractors and everything, to the point where essentially like the 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 actual like the interests are so fragmented that basically everyone is kind of their own boss type, or like every field has their own company, so that say for example, I don't actually know who works out of the tar sands, but I assume the Albertan government has some interest in that. Like they they um they contract someone to develop an oil field, and then that gets like split into a billion tiny subcontractors that do everything sort of in a specialized way. Am I understanding that correctly? But yes, Sapporo, it's city in northern Hokkaido. You know, actually, it's one of the big three brewers in Japan. So it's what are the three? Asahi, Sapporo, and Kirin. Yeah, and it's nice. It reminds me of, because when I was working out of Hong Kong, this was what I would be having. So it just reminds me very much. It's a very nostalgic drink. Okay, just because it's nostalgic doesn't mean that I like it somehow disproves my beer is theory. Keeping in mind, okay? I just want to say this. I think I, out of all people, should be allowed to talk about the taste of a beer, since I apparently enjoy it so much that I even drink the alcohol-free versions of it. Right? So, yeah. Shall we start? Are you guys ready? Can you guys hurry up? Okay. Wait, what happened to our administrator? She's okay, she's still talking to you guys. Okay, good. Let me know. Maybe you guys should do this beforehand in the future. It's been like 23 minutes and nobody's organized enough to actually get anything done. Of course, it meant that we could get some first-hand knowledge about the oil industry in Alberta. That's actually really interesting. So I can't really complain. As I said, bro, you can be a big shot lawyer for the oil industry, and then you won't need me to answer all your questions anymore. Well, actually, you probably still do, knowing you. I wonder if flaps would have worked in that situation just now. Excuse me. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back to the big building that almost killed us. Oh, is it too loud? This should be better. Yeah, we're going to go to the giant building that almost killed us, and then we're going to try that again, just to confirm whether it was a low pressure zone or something like that. Because that can happen, right? Like in a low pressure zone, you suddenly do not have enough air to really like push against your steering mechanism, and then Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait, we're going down, right? Yeah, there's the sky tree. Okay. Just gotta go up the power a little bit. And up the trim. Excellent. Oh, that's too much. Bring the trim back to 30, okay. Yes, that is Mount Fuji in the distance. Well, I mean, if you weren't such a weeb and demanded that we do Japan so often, maybe we could see something else. Don't you tell me, oh, it's all my fault, when you're the one that's like, oh, do Japan, fly through Japan. Remember how I did the Alps, I did the Rhineland before? We did Italy. We could do all of those things. We should do the fjords in Norway. But no, someone's like, oh, do Japan. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm done mocking. Are we ready with those drinks? Why am I still found? Let's just go. Maybe I'm too close to the ground. Trim up to 35. Trim up to 35. Maybe I should use flaps as well. Low on power. Maybe that's it. No. Let's use trim. No, let's use flaps. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There's Tokyo Sky Tree. Excellent. First drink. A Riesling. Our friend whose name ends in GG. Riesling. Really? I mean, okay, I guess. I mean, I don't mind Riesling so much. But it's like, Rieslings are. They're like the. Both the hipster and the. Oh, place for try. The hipster and the standard choice, aren't they? Ooh, didn't need some engine power through it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, cause it's so going back to Riesling, cause it's like it's a very fruity wine, isn't it? And it's like it's one of the sweeter whites, if I remember correctly. No, not the sweetest. One of the less. You don't have as much tannins in it as you would with something. I don't even know my whites. What is Pinot Grigio? I actually don't know. I might have to look this up. Hold on, give me 1 second. White wine classification. Just tell me if I'm crushing. Oops. Yeah, we'll see. We're not crushing. We're fine. Pinot. Riesling. Pinot Grigio is what I was saying. Just Riesling. Light and sweet. Right? Like, cause it's such a light blend of things that it's like it feels a little bit too. Well, that's pretty. Look at the city in the morning. It feels more like a fruity drink than it does a wine. Right? Because I don't know. To me, a wine should have some of that tannins of the peel in it, but I appreciate that white wine itself is not really that. Right? Like I drink whiskey, so obviously I have no taste buds, but obviously, right? Obviously, I have no taste buds. Come on. Um, but the point remains, though, right? Like it feels like it is less a wine, at least the Riesling. It is less a wine than it is a fruity drink. Like you could see like it being poured into a cup, not cup, into a glass, like a tall glass filled with fruit, oranges, strawberries, maybe a kiwi, and then pineapple maybe, right? And oh, do you actually? Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's fine. It does. No, I'm not gonna put a gender on drinks. Obviously, everyone's entitled to their own damn drinks. But like, I'm not gonna disagree that it doesn't. Um, let me put it this way. I can see why some people prefer smokier drinks, and I can see why some people prefer fruitier drinks, and I can see why sangrias are mostly not drunk, are not imbibed by men, or by like like engineers, or like true, it depends on what kind of engineering. But the point remains, right? Like a Riesling to me is much more a zesty drink, or not a zesty, because it's not zesty, it's light and sweet. It's much more about it just being a drink rather than an alcoholic drink. Don't they typically have less alcohol content? I don't actually know. Lower speed, higher trim. Oh, we don't want to crash into that building now. There we go. Excellent. Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. Hey, look, that's where Koike-san works. I wonder if she's back from her sabbatical. The Yoyogi National Gymnasium. Let's go take a look at. Have we looked at this before? It's the building that they built for the 1960 whatever Tokyo Olympics, and it's one of those very. We almost crashed. It's one of those very interesting sort of national. Ooh. I'm wrestling with the plane. Why is this building so black? That's gotta be bad for its albedo. Why am I not able to? I'm not able to pull up. I think that was actually a low pressure zone. Interesting. At least we navigated it correctly and didn't die this time. That's a good start. We were going to go back to the. Oh, I overstressed the. Well, it happens, like. We pulled some serious G-forces in that aircraft. Like, at that speed, trying to do those types of moves. Definitely not recommended. No, let's just go with definitely not recommended, shall we? Yeah, well, No, we do have stronger like, I'm not saying that aircraft are all built with like to fail, because that's obviously not the case, but like the amount of forces that we've put on that aircraft was disproportionate to what we would have expected. It would be a producer, heiress. Alcoholic root beer? I like that idea, actually. That could be good. Okay, Sheldon, that's a good point. Measure everything out, plan stakes. So all of those types of people are I guess different companies, right? Like nobody would actually do this in a vertically integrated way. Like what old school Exxon would have done. Or like I guess what Apple would do today. Even Apple isn't that vertically integrated. Like not like this. Oh, it gets darker every time we do this. Hold on, let me just move the time of day again, and then we can start. After that, comes in. Oh, so you guys also do directional drilling. I suppose it should be obvious that it's not just a shale thing, like a fracking thing. Making completions, like well testing. Nice. That is complicated, and that all goes into sand, right? Like as you were saying. There is usually only a prime contractor. Ah. Right, yeah. So it's all just like smaller. Like the prime contractor would then like subdivide all of this stuff. Thank you so much for actually telling us about this. This is actually really interesting because none of us actually, both myself and in the Discord, have ever worked in the oil industry. So, like, it is the one blind spot for a lot of us, which is interesting considering the boys and girls in the Discord are all over the place, but literally out of like 150 of them, none of them have ever touched oil, and like I'm just some punk ass engineer with no knowledge of anything. So this was very helpful, and I have like a billion questions about everything, but we'll leave that for the future. When if you ever catch another one of my streams, I'll ask you a whole bunch of questions again. Thank you very much for answering. And so, well, I mean, again, as I said, right? Like, why don't one of you, because especially our boys and girls in law, right? Because you guys tend to be able to be a little bit more nimble in what kind of cases you take. Like take some corporate law, take some oil services companies or something, and then just like force your clerks to do a lot of reading, I guess. Because that would actually be kind of interesting, right? For us to at least have some basic knowledge of that. But yeah, so we've crashed the airplane. I was going to say yes. We design airplanes not in a way for them to fail, obviously. We design airplanes to withstand all normal forces that can be put on it. But the way I was flying it just now, that caused the airframe to actually... I assume it got torn off here. At the... like here at the wings. Like there was too much stress at this junction, and that's because if you do a lot of like vertical g-forces, you tend to put a lot of strain on the wings, and then because these are levered out, right? So because they're levered out, forces on the wing tip are much more much harder on the joint than forces closer. And so if we do some like very interesting flying maneuvers, then we're going to put huge amounts of strain on this, especially what I was trying to do, where I was trying to turn too quickly. That's just going to happen. Yeah, that happens. Like, we would never do that in an airliner or a commercial aircraft. That is actually why, if you look at the big jets, like the big fighter jets, they never have look like this, right? Their wings are always swept back because they're going fast enough that they can just essentially, like, they don't need as much lift because their speed is so much higher, and that generates a lot of low pressure on top of the wings, and that pulls the aircraft up. Whereas we have to do a lot slower because, you know, well, I mean, we're also a lot bigger, right? Like, we carry, what is this, 10, 12, 18 people? Yeah. Where are we going? Why am I going south? There's nothing over here. This is Chiba. Yes. Yes, on the other side of Tokyo Bay. Oh, yes. Let me leave that on. Yes, it's time for your drink. Tell me what you're having. You guys planned this, didn't you? Did our administrator plan this also, that you could, like, make it themed? We need some height. Give me 1 second. For reference, the second the second drink was a Sauvignon Blanc, which is another type of white wine. If the next one is a Chardonnay, I'm going to be upset, okay? But okay, let's talk about Sauvignon Blanc. I don't like herby white wines. I feel like if you're gonna have herby white wines, you might as well just have Jägermeister and just, like, dump a shot of that into your beer. Well, no, it's not that they're bad. No, again, it's the same problem with the first one, with the Riesling. It's that they are so, like, they're not full-bodied enough like reds. They don't have the amount of tannins like reds do, and so, like, they're never as complex as the reds would be. Why am I suddenly going up so quickly? Get down the trim. Oh, I guess because air here is warmer, perhaps. That's okay. We'll fly over Tokyo Bay towards Mount Fuji. I don't think we'll reach it today, but that's fine. It doesn't bother anybody. Okay, Sauvignon Blanc. It's not bad. I mean, I could see it with, like, a light pasta. Like it's not a dessert drink. It's like it's not even like a full. Oh, take off from YDC and fly west. Yes. I've seen you say that, and then I completely forgot. Let's do that, because I don't want to fly over Japan anymore. I'm gonna do that. While sternly talking about drink choices that these stupid lawyers and analysts at bankers are doing. YDC. Let's see. What city is that? Oops. YDC Airport. Ah, Fredericton. No, that's YFC. Drayton Valley. Got it. Drayton Valley, Surrey. Excellent. Ooh. That that promises to be very beautiful. Yeah. Nice. Unfortunately, I don't think Microsoft and the game studio, what is this called? Asobo, have made it a priority to do Canada, which is a shame because Canada is beautiful. Like at least the parts of Canada that I've been to, which is like the Rockies, where else? The East Coast. Unfortunately, Toronto. Yeah, let's do this. YDC. Trading back. I'll fly over Japan some other time. Screw it. Can we just have the next drink? Forget Sauvignon Blanc. Okay. Alright. I love it. Compared to the airports that you guys make me go to, this is so much more like what the world is about. And so we're going to fly from here and then we're going to go west. Oh, and that goes directly into the Rockies, eh? Nice. GPS track. Up. Oops. And then west. Lower. Does it look pretty accurate? Let's see. Is that a golf course? Yes, it is. Do these estates look pretty accurate to you? Because what the studio did is they actually worked off of like satellite maps. Because you know Microsoft has the whole like big maps type thing, right? So they worked off that to build this. It's good that it's accurate. It's not been accurate in some of the places that I've checked, but that's like very nitpicky stuff. I'm talking about like, you know, like 10 meters of Hong Kong that was part of the sea or something like that. Yeah. Let's see, up. There we go. Too far up. So we're going this way. We're going into the Rockies, right? Like due west. It is a fucking Chardonnay. Are you serious? Yeah. Oh, a ton of well sites. Excellent. Let's take a look. I don't think this is. Would this be it? That looks like it could potentially be a dig site, right? Like all of those oh, that is interesting. Yeah, we should have done this a long time ago. Trim down. 15. No, not 15. 15 is too much. Let's do 20. 23. Now. Is this? No, these still look like farms, right? Or actually, there might be a case that they random roads that, yeah, teardrop-like shapes. We've seen a few of them. Like, I don't know if yeah, you can see my mouse, right? Something like this, right? Or like this. Like this comes off the road. Yeah, these look like it. And are these just individual wells? Guys, we'll do the drinks another time. This is actually interesting. Unlike what you guys talk about. Like they're just individual, like the government, like the prime contractor just like parcels out this bit of land for a bit of exploration, like this, or like this. That's very cool. And pad sites, like, what do you mean by pad sites? That is very quintessentially teardrop shaped, eh? That's so cool. Right. So like they get the land, they lease the land, and for however like 20 to 50 years it's theirs to explore. And if they find nothing, they can also terminate the lease early, I assume. Look at that. That's so many of them. That is amazing. And like these straight roads from the Crown, Orlando. By the Crown, I mean you mean I assume you mean like the government of Alberta. In that case, right? That is cool. And would stuff like this indicate an actual like site that had been worked over, or like something like a storage area type thing? Because I don't suppose people would live out here, right? Like this is just in the middle of oil country at this point. Or like I mean like they don't like have their families and schools and stuff out here. This is all just like for workers and perhaps like for yourself with the house rented and all the trucks nearby and stuff like that. Look at that. That is amazing. Oh, I guess this is a little community. That is such a subtext laden. Yeah. Yeah. What? Oh, thank you. Our admin has kindly mirrored the YouTube comments into the Discord so they can see what the conversation. Farmlands. Yeah. Oh, I see. I assume those are more like farmlands. Is there is most of Alberta like this, where you just have like this kind of exploration going on, or is there like would you say the majority of oil comes out of wells like this, or from like the open pits that we have seen so much about? Wells, eh? Yeah, I imagine. Because digging a pit is a big hassle, isn't it? What is this? Mostly crown. And you say that does this look like it's been dug into? Actually, before I talk about crown lands, like this area feels like there's been some big like earth moving going on. Plants also for like processing of the oil once it comes out. That's so cool. Guys, look at this. Yes, oil and gas, of course, yeah. Look at, like, you would think that this was like done by aliens. Look at this. Friggin', they all look like crop circles. That's amazing. Oh my god. Like, we never think of Alberta as, like forested lands and then just like crisscrossed with these exploratory wells, right? Like that's ridiculous. Like everyone always only complains about like the big open pit projects, but like this, if anything, they should be complaining. Well, not complaining, obviously, but like this is where most of the oil comes. Oh, without hitting a highway. And these are just all back roads that are just completely open. That's so cool. You can see it being subdivided like that. That's so like when you say that most of these are crown lands, is it because they are mostly forested, or is there any particular sign to them that makes them different? Oh my god, this is amazing. I mean, if you lot want to also come on and actually talk about your work, I'd happily ask you some questions, but I know what you guys do. It's very boring. These roads, logging roads, pipeline right of way. Okay. So like if the public wants to use it, they have to get an agreement from the government, but it's like the government is not gonna withhold agreement unless, they say they want to build like nuclear waste disposal or something. Something like that would damage the public good per se, right? Wow. Look at them. Yeah. That's amazing. I'm mostly talking to myself because I don't think anyone really that works outside of the field would associate this with Alberta. And I know I've said that already, but it's just like this is incredible. And like each of these digs, each of these points is not just like, or I mean, I assume it's not just a dude sitting in an office playing darts. Like they have very big simulations for these things to have a very good educated guess on where they can find oil, right? So that's crazy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Canada is a bit more permit heavy than the US, I assume. Actually, out of curiosity for you, so how many of these, like, does the oil and the gas come essentially at the same time? Because I know that we do a lot of flaring in like the Middle East and in Russia for gas that they have no way of storing on site, and so they just burn it because obviously burning it is better than burning it into CO2 is better than having it be in its natural gas form as a greenhouse gas. But do you guys, like, when you're working here, do you guys make oil only wells, or is it like oil gas combined? You have like combined machinery to take care of both? I assume it's also dependent on what's in the wells. This must be what like Saudi Arabia looks like. in some parts of Saudi Arabia, and like obviously more sand, less trees. I love that. Like, look at these roads. Someone must have come and cut them. Like they just started with a car, not a car, but like a machine, and then just went crazy and created these logging roads, and like lease roads, as Sheldon says. Oh, so it's so you don't do you know what's in the well before it starts pumping? I assume you must have some idea, right? And sometimes I guess it's economically not feasible to say like capture capture like the 0.1% natural gas that comes out, so it just gets flared, or it just gets sort of dumped into the atmosphere, I assume. Oh, seismic data, interesting. That's cool. I assume, yeah, I assume gas would have a different, yeah, let's see, like, we never think about this stuff. But it's super interesting. Oh yes, you're right, we've hit the hour mark. But how can we stop when we're looking at oh, have we finished? I think we're done most of it. Yeah. We've flown over. Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? Let's follow this. This road looks interesting. Oh, I killed the plane again. Maybe I'll turn plane damage off next in the future. But I guess that's a good place to leave it as any. Yeah. Let's as a whole, let's give a round of applause to our friend Sheldon, who has actually broadened our horizons. Forestry trunk road. That is. And it's just wider because the trucks that are actually servicing it are so much bigger. Or yeah, not the trucks, the convoys that service it are a lot bigger. That's very cool. Yeah. No, we will have to end it in like the next 2 minutes. Let's give a round of applause to our friend Sheldon, who has seriously broadened our horizons today. So thank you very much, my friend. That is an amazing. I've had an amazing, I guess, how much? About 40 odd minutes. Like, again, like this is something that I've never really had much exposure to, but like definitely thank you so much for opening our eyes in terms of this. You lot in the Discord make some notes, man. I want some of you to branch into oil services. We need to know more about this. This is fascinating. Yeah, but again, yeah, they're saying a lot of thank yous. So I usually don't see them being this happy to say that. Yeah, great. Oh, don't worry about it. We'll talk about drinks afterwards. You can tell me all the white wines that you guys googled, and then I'll give you an opinion on all of them. It doesn't even matter. All right. Yeah, no, just once again, thank you to our friend Sheldon, and I certainly hope you come back, or we can find a time where both of us are online and just continue our conversation, because this is absolutely fascinating. I have like a billion more questions that I want to ask, but unfortunately I need to make some time for a meeting in Hong Kong in like 15 minutes, so, or calling Hong Kong in 15 minutes. So yeah, Uh, oh yes, I do stream these days. A Sidewinder on Twitch. Do I have you on Twitch already? Oh, I don't have my own. Yeah, I don't have my Twitch page open, but I'll check afterwards. Yeah, because I'm actually streaming from Streamlabs to Twitch at least, and so that means I don't need to keep the window open. But yeah, let's. Have you? I think I remember. Yes. Regardless, I'll poke you. I'll poke you. But for now, thank you again very much to everyone for watching. It was incredibly enlightening experience. Thank you again to our friend Sheldon for all of sharing his knowledge. We hope you come back soon. And that's it for today. Conclusion, right? Google is a monopoly. Don't do Google. Let's do Chrome. And no, don't do Google. Don't do Chrome. Let's do Firefox. And have a great evening. Bye.